Welcome back. You're listening to Ed Sheeran.
Another obnoxious song.
Really?
I hate
this
this
song?
Hate it.
I love this song.
I think every
it should
woman I
be
know loves this song.
illegal to put the image of Ed Sheeran having sex in my head.
It's true.
That's a sex crime.
that's
He
a
should be
terrorist
in jail
act.
for doing
I
that.
like that he's not attractive, and yet he has this
He's
like
beyond
soul of
not
a,
attractive.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's not good.
He looks like a haunted pumpkin. And that guy and then just not him like just fucking him like I love the way your shape. You know, it's
Yeah, him
it's
dancing is
disgusting.
wrong.
Wow,
Yeah.
you guys really? I have never thought about this.
No, my girlfriend loves this song and I don't get it.
Yeah.
I love this song. I
Uh-huh.
loved this song over the summer. I love that Galway Girl song that he does. It's a little bit of a deeper track. I love I hate that Perfect song.
I don't
It's like
remember that
it's the new wedding ballad that everyone's going to be dancing to that he did. And then
Okay.
there was one more song that came off of this. No. The one about him getting drunk with his friends and like going back home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I've heard that one, but I don't remember.
Yeah, he
I
also-
avoid
way
him.
to go. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
yeah.
song's great. He's great.
I don't know. He strikes me as there's something like weird. He's got a weird kind of thing. The tone to all of those songs is like, he's like he there's like an entitlement there. It doesn't. Something about him bothers me.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I feel
his
like there's-
confidence bothers me for
Yeah,
sure.
it's
He has no confidence.
No,
Have
he
you
has
ever
he
heard
has
No,
him?
he's
plenty
all
of
confident.
confidence.
He's-
It's like a false modesty
yeah.
thing. It's
yes.
It's like he's like trying to do this like what he's the hurdle he's overcoming is his like sad boy artist nonsense and not his like disgusting complexion and swollen head. Like if none of the songs are like I look like a rotting tomato, but we can fuck because I'm rich. Like that would be an honest Ed Sheeran song.
Oh my God. I was giving advice to your co-host on your podcast, Come
Stabby.
Town. I was giving Stavros advice. How do you say his last name?
Halkias.
Halkias?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. About ladies. Like he was just like, I don't know what's going on in my personal life. And I was like, okay, you're going to be famous in like 3 years and you're going to be able to pull puss that you didn't.
He's already doing it off the podcast, which is like I would never fuck somebody who's like a fan of a podcast. That's insane to me. But I guess he's never like had that time in his life where he's able to just go out and
a girl
smash.
is hot enough, and she was a fan of the podcast, you wouldn't. Come on.
No,
You guys have women listeners?
some.
Somebody,
Yeah.
I think it might have been Stab, said that like one room was sold out and there was 4 women.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
So
that
funny.
sounds about right.
But I was telling him, like, don't worry, you're going to fall in love. Like, if you meet some girl now, you'll fall in love and you'll date for a couple of years. And then in 3 years, you're going to be more famous. You're going to be able to get hotter girls. And then you're going to dump this poor girl that you choose now because she's not going to equal what you can get later on. And you're too young to, like, stick that out with her because she's actually, like... And that's why I like Ed Sheeran's, because he went back to his high school girlfriend. So he went and he had his dalliances... But then he's engaged now.
I bet he's banging people all the time. Though.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't even know that he can get it. I
Oh,
think he might.
he could get it. People like seeing him work around up there, his weird, goofy dancing bullshit. They think it's cute.
Why am I tricked by it?
Because you're an idiot.
God, I
Yeah.
am.
'Cause he's
I'm
holding a
dumb
guitar.
Girl. I know.
It's like that. It's always worked. It will always work.
Why does that always work? It's so gross. I used to love. Honestly, I used to like love Mike Birbiglia's guitar guy at the party, but I also loved that he played guitar, and I like
Yeah.
had a crush on him because he would make fun of guys who play guitar. But then
Yeah.
it ended up working. Even that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't know. I guess we're getting into relationship talk and stuff. I want to do. Let's play Ask Reddit.
Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit.
My favorite song.
Now, whoever wrote that got fucked. Yeah.
What's his name? Ron John?
We always fuck this up.
Ron's John. John Robnet? Okay,
John.
Rob Job.
Shout out to John Ron John. That
Well, he did a great job.
That sentence that that sentence he came up with.
He does.
Ask
He
Reddit.
does some great work. That's maybe not his best, but he does some great work.
Yeah. That guy's just at bars like, yeah, you ever hear Ed Sheeran? I do like a similar thing to him.
Ask Reddit. He's like playing that in concert.
Ask Reddit is one of my favorite subreddits because I just like the questions and then I like reading people's answers that get voted to the top. And I stole one of the questions and I'm going to ask it to you, listener, and to everyone here in studio. All right, so if you want to call in, it's 844-COMEDY-9 because what am I?
Comedy 9.
Okay, the question is, what was the cringiest thing you did in your first relationship? Tom, I'm going to open this up to you.
Can we read the example first?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah. Do you have it in
some
front of
thoughts
you?
on it. Yeah. So the example that we found on this Reddit thread was this person is Murder and it says, when I was 14, I had this boyfriend and we used to have pretty standard makeout sessions after school. Well, we would be in the middle of kissing. Then he would get up, say he had to use the bathroom, come back and start kissing me again. This would happen over and over again. So one day I'm like, why do you always go to the bathroom when we were making out? And he looks visibly uncomfortable and just sort of shrugs. I started thinking he had bowel problems. Then later I was talking to a male friend about it and he told me my boyfriend was probably disappearing into the bathroom to jerk it. I didn't believe him and was convinced for the longest time my boyfriend had IBS or something. Now I look back and think I was a little naive.
Okay, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think he was jerking off. I think that'd be so weird if he was just like, "Hold on, I gotta go," and then he.
Why would
jerked
that be
off a little
weird?
bit.
That would make sense.
I get why he would do that, but I think he thought he was going to come.
He's just in love with the shape of her. Can't help himself.
I think he thought he was going to come each time, and he like ran to the bathroom.
See, that's
to
the thing.
stop
I've never
himself.
been at risk of coming in my pants.
Really?
I don't know, never.
Not even
once
as
in
a
my
boy?
life.
Not even, like, 14?
Ever even close.
Yeah, because you just pulled your dick out.
Yeah, right. I very rarely wore pants. No, it was just I never understood that. It's like people are like, oh, I came in my pants. Like, how? What?
Yeah, you never got like too excited or like from like dry humping or whatever.
Never.
Really?
Have you?
Never.
Of course.
You
To
come
this
in your
day,
pants
I'm
before.
about to come right now. No,
You've actually have you had to like pretend that you weren't into it then? Like I've heard that guys have like come early in their pants and they go like, yeah, I'm just like not feeling this. And
Actually,
they
I
go
think
home.
we should slow down.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I think I just admitted when it happened. My
Okay.
buddy, it happened to him when he was just making out, and he just started laughing, and he goes, "Look," because he came out.
I would feel so pretty.
I think that it's flattering, probably, right?
I think I've always said that when guys are like, I come too soon or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
the girl's gonna be flattered.
This is why
that's my
I don't want
first
to hear
reaction.
you complain about guys jerking off on the train anymore.
Okay, you're right. It does make me feel pretty, but I hear it's not about me.
No, my buddy came and he was all embarrassed, and then the next day we were like talking about it. He was like, "I think I'm just gonna tell her," and then he did, and it was like very funny to her. I don't think women care that much.
Oh, he
We
told her
don't.
the next day.
He waited the next day. He was like, "Look, I left because I came in my pants." he stormed out and acted like he was mad or something.
I would be flattered.
But no, it's been like a while since. I mean, I haven't had an erection in 6 years. But
You should look into
You can
that.
still come in your pants without an erection.
what a sad piece of information.
Yeah. That's the ultimate move.
yeah. That's
Just
a
not
power.
even get hard. Just limply come. Like somebody stepped on a McDonald's ketchup packet.
Oh God! Wait, you can't come without an erection.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
What?
can.
You
Yeah.
can?
It's called pissing.
And we're back to where we began.
But
Wait,
no,
can you?
yeah, you can come without being hard. Like you don't
What?
have to be fully erect. I mean, you can be like a mid. You know.
Oh yeah, I don't ever get completely hard when I jack off.
Oh really?
Never.
What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, that's a matter of utility. If I'm in like a bad mood or whatever, I'll crank one out. But it's not. There's nothing like yeah, I'm gonna like. There's no
reason to get fully hard.
Yeah.
It's because I don't feel like going to the bodega to get a cigarette.
Oh,
God,
gotcha.
I
Yeah.
really. If you would have given me a quiz 2 minutes ago and asked me, does a guy have to be fully erect to come? I would have said yes.
This is an
Noah, would you
educational
have said
show.
yes? Yeah. Don't you think? Like, I didn't know that you could
Well, that's
I
the
had
thing.
no idea. I don't know why I was putting so much effort in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to really do anything.
Yeah.
No, men's bodies are a real enigma.
But they have to be fully hard to fuck you, is the thing.
Right.
Because you can't get
could
it
go
in.
You could go in a little
No,
soft.
you do the move where you just squeeze the bottom.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then you
use
can
half
you can
your dick.
Yeah.
Then why do I always have to suck it again to get it hard? Like, why can't you just squeeze the bottom? Why
It's
do I have
probably-
to, like, get it back involved?
It's not as good. It just can go in there.
Yeah.
Next time a guy's like, can you suck? I'm going to be like, just try harder. Just squeeze the bottom. I heard that works.
It's
Yeah,
like
you
pouring pudding
Pull
into
one of your
vagina.
shoestrings out and wrap it around the base real tight. And then you go, I learned this in jail.
Man, I wish you guys could have seen Nick's face for that. Nikki, what's the cringiest thing you did in your first relationship?
I mean, my first relationship was when I was 24, so it was like not that long ago.
no, that was a while ago.
Oh, fuck you.
Got his ass.
9 years ago. Which does seem forever ago, but I just remember we did a lot of like baby talking, and it would like nauseate
What, like?
people. Yeah, like gah. No,
Yeah. Baby talk? Because baby talking, that's what baby talking is.
you're right.
You
You're
mean
right.
like pillow?
I think
like
you
a-
know, like
like a-
I don't even. It's
Mama.
making me feel so gross to even be like, like when you talk like this.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think
Like,
a lot
where you
of
go
us-
like, are you feeling?
It's
Like,
so funny how it's like so embarrassing to admit to that, but like it's like, oh yeah, I've like let people stick a finger in my ass or whatever, jerk me off like a
I've
farm
shit
animal.
on
but
a guy before accidentally. Like,
Really?
Yeah. Anal sex, you're gonna shit on someone eventually. So I can admit that, but like being like, are you hungry?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
ah!
Is daddy hungry?
Yeah.
God, gross. Whenever, and I was living at home with my parents at the time, and so whenever he would call, I would just like escape to a room, and they would hear me just go like, "Hi, babe," like just
Ugh.
so gross. And he
Yeah.
didn't talk to me that way. I just like put that on him. It was so disgusting,
Yeah.
and just calling each other babe, and just ugh.
Yeah.
that-
I'm finally ready to admit that I enjoy going to like, you know, apple orchards and shit and like
Yeah.
all that stuff. I'm like, this is not. I'm not. I mean, I'll do it, but
yeah.
yeah, no, I love.
Like
yeah.
cute dates.
Sure.
I mean, I'll go by myself. I don't give a shit. I just, that's
You're
I'm
just
trying
like
to
an
get,
apple orchard.
Oh, of course, yeah, dude. Hot cider. There's bees. There's a
Ooh.
couple of them sting you. You know, it's like a nice day out.
There's
That's
less and less
nice.
bees every year.
Yeah.
Gotta enjoy them while you can. Nice bee.
That's the thing people worry about: colony collapse disorder, CCD. Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
There's like less bees.
I'm very worried about it. When I see a bee, like you're supposed to get a spoonful of sugar, and like give the bee some sugar water, and then it can like live and make a lot more bees.
And at what point do you stomp it?
That's a good
I'm
point.
stomping on that bee.
I always I like say I worry about the bees.
I blame the Seinfeld movie Bee Movie. I think that's
It
the
made-
reason.
It made everyone
The
hate
bees
bees.
saw it and they started killing themselves.
This is how we're being
Yeah,
represented.
right. First that fucking weird Flonase Hispanic bee, and now this. It's time to put an end to it. Fellas, let's sting each other.
That is an interesting theory as to why the bee population is dwindling. That's so funny. What's the cringiest thing you've ever done? Talk
I had a thing. I still think about this all the time. My first girlfriend, every time we would make out, I was like I was so shocked that someone would let me touch their boobs.
Aw.
That every time we
You would
made
cover
out,
your pants.
no, every time we would make out, I would eventually, or every time we would kiss, I kind of touched her boobs. She was like, "I'm just kissing you goodbye." She was
Yeah,
like, "Can
yeah.
we not kiss without you touching my boobs?"
I think that's good to do.
Yeah, to
I
touch
think you
a
should
boob.
still do that. Yeah,
every
I think.
time.
Yeah, I maybe not every time, but yeah, I've just been in so many affectionless relationships that I'm like, I would love an unwanted grope like
Yeah.
every time. Yeah,
Yeah, this wasn't love though.
it
I
was
think
just
it was
you
just like
being
shocked
like, I
that
get
I
to
could do
touch
this.
a boob.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Was that your fiance?
No, this is before that.
Okay.
This is like very first.
Are
Like,
you married?
No. I was
Okay.
engaged when I was like 21, and did not work out.
How old were you with
Interesting.
your first girlfriend?
19.
Okay, so you
First
late.
kiss at 19.
Yeah.
it was
Whoa,
brutal.
first kiss at
Yeah,
19?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know if I told her that, but it was. I saved it up. I was saving it for the one.
You were squeezing the base.
yeah, and I was coming all the time anyway. Who cares? Yeah, I was squeezing the base. For,
Nick, what about you?
Cringy first relationship? I don't know. I mean, it was like a really bad relationship. I spent most of the time drunk. We would scream at each other.
Oh wait, you have that one. That's my favorite thing I've ever heard from you. Is you telling me about the time that you like you like cheated on her intentionally.
No, that wasn't the same girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Will you just tell that story
Years
real quick? I'm
later.
sorry to just like ask you to tell a story.
Oh yeah.
But I just
One time I cheated on somebody. I hurt somebody.
Cringe.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I guess I spitefully like publicly cheated on somebody because they were pulling some passive aggressive. I'm going to invite my ex.
I think we've all
over.
done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I'll go out to a bar and make out with somebody in front of all of our friends.
And then in the morning,
Yeah.
you woke up. Didn't she go?
Oh yeah, that was like that other girl.
Okay.
That poor other girl. Because I blacked out. I don't even remember going back to her house. But I woke up with like my pants just around one leg, so like undressed, but then the other like still shoe on, like pants just pulled down to the side. And I'm like, oh yeah. Like I guess I came over or whatever, and that girl's sitting there, and she's like, "Happy birthday to me," I guess. I'm like, oh, man, this is a terrible situation. And I was like, well, I'll see ya. Yeah. No, I just have like weird flashes of like just not like remembering like not being able to get my dick hard.
Yeah.
And her being like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, just give me a minute. And then just darkness. You know?
God, and you don't drink anymore.
Yeah, no, I've been sober for almost 5 years. now.
Yeah. It's better that way. I have so many like just
New York
blackouts.
sober, by the way, which just means no alcohol.
That
Literally everything else is fine.
do you do everything else?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a New York sober. I like that because that is there's something commendable about not drinking.
Sure.
But people try to rob you of that if you do other stuff. And no, it's my problem is alcohol.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't black out from smoking pot.
Yeah. And it's like the most embarrassing drug. I mean, you act like a
Sure.
fucking idiot when you're drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like not good, like I wasn't good at drinking.
I feel
you
like
know?
everyone acts like an idiot, though. A little bit more of an idiot.
Yeah.
I think I'm great at drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really notice a change in you,
Yeah.
really.
But
The
but
people
yeah,
that are best at drinking are like, you know, the ones you would never even consider to be an alcoholic, and they're like, "Hey man, like, you know, how you doing?" And then you like talk to them, they seem normal, and then they're like, "Man, I had like 13 beers tonight." And you're like, "What the fuck?" You know, you
Yeah.
don't-
That was me. I would
Yeah.
like be blackout, and people would be like,
No, I don't mean blackout. Like I would do that. I would drink, you know.
but no one would know I was blackout. They'd be like,
Oh,
"You were
okay.
so normal."
Oh yeah, people would know I was drunk.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I was. It was rare that I got like scary drunk that people could tell.
Yeah.
And that's worse, is because people don't
Yeah.
don't confront you about your problem. You don't confront yourself.
Mhm.
Nobody ever nobody in my life was ever like, "You should take it easy."
Really?
Yeah, not a single person.
But you
Because
were-
you surrounded yourself by people who
I didn't surround. That's just
That's
who
just who it
happened
was,
to be
yeah.
around. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys care or know, but I know some of our listeners do, and you will care once you hear about it. But the Bachelor finale was last night, and it's like was actually the most dramatic ending. I didn't watch this season. I knew one of the girls on it. She used to work on my show, Not Safe, as an art director. Kendall was
Oh.
employed on my show, Not Safe, before
did
she
not
was
know
the third runner-up on Bachelor. But last night, shit went down, and we're going to hear about it from my mom when we get back. This is You Up with Nikki Glaser on Sirius XM Comedy 95.
There may be other people like us who see the flicker of the clipper when they light up. Flames just create us, burns don't heal like before.
Nikki's mom kinda knows what's going on. She's been on hold and she's waited for so long. Nikki, can't you see that she's doing this for free? I know she might be wrong, but I wanna hear from Nikki's mom.
Hey, Mom. You're on
Hi, Nikki.
with Hi. This is You Up with Nikki Glaser. I'm your daughter, and Tom Takar is here.
Hi, mommy.
Comedian
Hi.
Nick Mullen is here.
What's up, Ma?
Hi, Nick. You are very funny, Nick. I gotta say,
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
So funny, right?
so funny.
Yeah. You have good
Nikki,
taste.
I never get tired of that song.
Yeah,
Just
I
keep
know.
playing it. I love it. Whoever wrote that, what's his name? Ron John.
Yes, Ron Paul John.
Tell him Paul John. Tell him thank you.
I will.
Anyway, what's going on?
Well,
wanna
you
know
tell
what's
me.
going on.
I gave you an assignment. I told you to learn a little bit about what happened on The Bachelor last night because it's all anyone's talking about today. I always look up celebrity gossip in the morning and send you an article that I just read a headline about, and I go, okay, we'll find out details. But I read all the Bachelor stuff, so I'm going to help you out here because you don't watch the show either. I was and I watched a little bit of the show. Tell us what went down last night.
Okay, apparently Ari.
He's the Bachelor.
He's the Bachelor, and he's a cad to start off with. Anyway, he professed his love to Becca.
Yep.
And said, all I think about is you day and night, and I want to spend my life with you. And then apparently, maybe the next day, he said, no, I all I can think about is Lauren.
So it came down to Lauren and Becca. On the show, at the end, Becca comes out. He proposes to her. He says, I think about you day and night. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. All of this stuff. And before he did that, he broke up with Lauren. And Lauren, going into the ceremony, very confident. And everyone thought she was going to win. And she was like, she walked into it apparently saying things like, I'm positive he's going to pick me. There's just no way he won't. And they don't usually say things like that. Like, she was just like, I just know that this is the guy. Like, we're soulmates, whatever, all that stuff. She went in, she gets dumped. And he's like, I guess you could tell that he was really upset about it. Because the thing is, the show's fucked up because these guys are in love with two women at the end. And the girls are usually in love with two men. And I would want to be the one let go because he'll always fucking love you more than the one he picks. Because the one you'll be the one that got away because these guys always second guess. Because how many times have you been faced with a decision you make the wrong choice? All the time. And so he proposed to Becca, and then the next day or like 2 days later, he was like, oh shit, like I've made a mistake. And so he contacted the producers. And he had Becca come back, and they are not supposed to see each other until like the weeks later after the show's aired.
Right,
you know,
so that nobody writes anything.
Yes, exactly. So then they set up this like LA trip for them to go on. That's what they tell Becca. You're going to go on this like Los Angeles like weekend getaway, which is like, why would you go to LA? You would go to like Fiji or somewhere where you won't be photographed.
Yeah, it's just the back of the lot where they shoot.
They literally did. Like the girl, apparently, I didn't see it. I wish I would have. But she walks in and she almost like as soon as he sees her, she just like senses it that like something is off. And he's like, I'm so sorry, but I can't. I love someone else and I can't.
Did you read that article about all those people finding out they have STDs from like applying to The Bachelor, and they get through all the rounds of like interviewing, and then they do like the med screen at the end? They're like, yeah, you have genital warts. So.
Oh my God,
Wow,
really?
no.
Oh my God, because they have to do all of that. So all these people are like very clean.
Oh, that's
That's
all I'm going to
interesting
get
to know.
tested.
I like to imagine, they hand you a rose with a little folded up piece of paper in it. It's like, oh, herpes. Okay.
No, I think he's a cad.
What does that mean to
Yeah, what are
you?
you
Because I
saying?
don't know that you.
A
I don't
cad?
even know that I know what it
Yeah,
means.
a cad. He's a bum. He's a
Oh.
SOB.
Okay, why? He made a mistake, Mom. I mean,
Cat. I've never heard
a
cat.
man who
heard that.
behaves dishonorably, especially toward a
What
woman.
is that from like The Sting?
I
Who
don't
uses
know.
that?
That's a good word, though.
No, you guys should be really offended. That was like the N-word in the 40s.
It's from the Sting, exactly. No, he's a bum. Oh my God, I hate this whole thing. Can you imagine him like making out with a girl on one date and then later
Mom,
that night making out?
Welcome to The
I'm sorry.
Bachelor. That's the way it goes. But
I think it's so weird.
well,
I
this
just-
actually happened on a previous season where the guy picked a girl, let one of the girls go, and then on the ceremony, which it was like after the final rose, so that airs the finale, and then they're back in studio. He's in studio, and he's like, I've broken up with the girl that I picked, that you just saw me pick, and everyone's like, what? Like, everyone in the studio is like, holy shit. And then he brings out the girl that he dumped, and he's like, I made a mistake. And it was Jason, and I forget her name. But he was like, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have broken up with you. Would you want to like go on a date sometime? And she was like, I mean, I'll think about it. And they're together, and they've been together ever since. And that was like 10 years ago.
Damn.
So, Jason
that's
and someone.
sweet.
So I think that he had to choose wrong, and now he's going to like stick. But this poor Becca girl, she said that
Oh
like,
yeah.
she was on the show last night apparently and just looked like she'd been crying the past 3 weeks, like straight.
Well, she'll be the next Bachelorette, right?
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that how the show works?
Yeah, pretty much. You fall
Pretty
in love
much.
with like the person who doesn't win, and then they give that person the next. Have you ever seen the show, Nick?
No.
No interest.
No. You know, I always say that. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't watch that stuff.
I think
but
you would really like it.
Well, I tell you, the Property Brothers is like my favorite thing in the world. I love
Really?
the Property Brothers. Yeah.
Mom, do you watch Property Brothers?
Yeah, I've seen it plenty of times.
How do you feel about it?
I think it's okay.
Why
What-
do you love it,
And
Nick?
it's funny because the two of them are like have zero charisma.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Yeah.
likable about them. They're like these bizarre, giant Scottish Canadian robots that I'm pretty sure share a bed and a set of genitals. And they like, I mean, it's just, it's a home buying and renovation show.
But why is that one better than any of the others?
I don't know, but it's because like the blandness of their personality matches the content of the show. It'd be like like Guy Fieri doesn't make sense to me because it's about food. It's a guy that has lunch and he's like, "Who's ready to eat breakfast?" And it's like, chill out. It's a sandwich. You shouldn't be this, excited about having a meal.
But they're just as bland as real
Right,
estate.
exactly. It's aesthetically consistent
That's
is
a
what I
really
like
good
about
point.
the Property Brothers.
Mom, what shows are you into right now?
Well, I just watched The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm into right now. But I mean, I'm just catching up with that. I haven't had time to watch too much right now.
Oh, what are you working on?
I'm working on.
Are you writing
so
a
much,
book?
Nikki.
Are you reading
Yeah,
that book?
book.
I bought my mom
I
Patton
just got
Oswalt's late wife's book.
Yeah.
I really need to read that during the day.
Did it arrive?
It arrived last night. Yes,
And do you
it
last night? And do you know
Well-
that it's sold out on Amazon?
Oh shit, that's
yeah.
did.
amazing.
Kidding.
Yes,
Good
you
job,
got one.
Nikki.
You got a
Thank you.
limited edition, Mom.
Thank you. Thank
You're so
you.
welcome.
No, I'm definitely going to read it. I got to prepare myself. I get spooked by books like that. I just do. And if
Well,
it's at night,
it's a lot of reading.
well, it's a lot of reading.
You get scared of words. Mom, thanks so
do.
much for the Bachelor recap. Is there anything else we need to know?
Probably not.
He's a cad.
He's a cad.
He's a cad.
He's
Yeah.
a bum, a cad. Any other words?
No,
He's
that's
so
all
boring.
things-
That's why I didn't
Yeah.
watch it. He's so
He is a property
Boring.
brother. Yeah, he is.
he's
very
milk
boring.
toast. He's like
Yeah.
he would just. I watched the first episode and I was just like, this guy is supposed to represent who like women are supposed to yearn for.
Mhm.
Give me a
Yeah,
Ben
Becca.
Higgins.
Becca
And
got
Ed
off.
Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. Mom, do you like Ed Sheeran?
Yeah, I think he's nice.
Oh, Mom, that's interesting. Mom, do you think Dad's guitar playing played into why you fell for him?
I've always been attracted to guitar players.
That's
No, I
that's a weird way to put it. Guitar players in general, not your
Just in
dad.
general. I mean, yeah. I really always went after guitar players. Yeah, it's true.
Because you used to just hang out at his bar where he played until.
There's got to be a limit, though. I mean, nobody's out there
No,
fucking
but-
mariachi band. You can't-
No, I'm after those guys big time.
Okay.
No, I knew my Nikki's dad when I was like 5 years old, and I had a crush on him then. So that's where that's at.
That just.
He was playing guitar back then.
And he was 22 and you were 5.
You got a huge crank.
No, he wasn't. He was young, but he gave me a guitar when I was 11 years old.
and then you ended up.
He was 16.
Oh,
And I
isn't it
gave
true
him
that
a
you
guitar.
wouldn't sleep with him and he was like, Julie, you either got to give it up or I'm going to date other women, and you go, okay, fine, and then you had sex with him?
Who told you that?
Dad?
I don't know. Maybe it went something like that.
Well, we'll ask you more about that tomorrow when you're on the
No.
show. We have a very exciting show coming up tomorrow, and we'll definitely hear you then and see you then. We'll call into the show 844-COMEDY-9. Just get it in your phone. Call up and tell us what you think at some point. Not now because the show's over, but we'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Nick Mullen.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom Takar.
Thanks for having me.
This has been You Up with Nikki Glaser, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95.
I'm the last